right, now let's make this video. All right. A lot of people trying to get at me and say, oh, your boy got stripped. Your boy got stripped. But in my last video that I made on January 24th, I said strip him. Strip him, right? You see, the problem is people think that it's Manny Pacquiao. It's his fault that he has the belt and he's not getting stripped. But who do you blame? You blame the sanctioned bodies, not Manny. Because Manny got it and it's leverage. If somebody allow you to do something, majority of the time people just gonna keep on doing what they're doing. And he got the belt. Right? And they make the rules. Now the WBA, everybody's like, oh, they're doing the right thing. But they wasn't always doing the right thing. Right? They wasn't always doing the right thing. Matter of fact, they was doing something that the WBC is doing right now with Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. Right? In my last video, I was talking about how Mayweather and Canelo, when they fought, they had the same belt. Right? And that was under the WBA. Right? But now, the WBC is doing the same thing with Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. So, just because the WBA is doing what they're supposed to do now, that shit doesn't pass with me. Right? I'm always suspect of what's going on. And am I mad that the WBA is doing what they're supposed to do and getting rid of one belt and making it one super WBA welterweight champion? No, I'm not mad. But it seems like all these 3 other sanction bodies are upset. It seems like the World Boxing News is upset. I read their shit too. And I also listen to Blue. I wipe my feet on the carpet and I press the like button, Blue. You don't know me, you don't even have a clue. But I got my news from you too also. But I listened to the boxing news and shit like that, World Boxing News, and what they said. And they so fed up of what the WBA at this moment is doing, right? No one's mad at the WBC and all the shit they doing. So these other sanctioned bodies don't want to hear shit from the WBA, and they're not recognizing them no more. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care. That's their inner circle problem, okay? Because they're all corrupt to me. And they always have something behind the scenes that you're not seeing and reason why they're doing it. Now, they gave it to Ugas. I got no problem with Ugas doing this. I got no problem with Ugas getting the belt and they're getting rid of that regular belt and making a super champion belt. No problem. That's like in my other video. I said I have no problem if they strip Manny. So I'm on code. I'm going straight. I'm still on code. So regardless if you didn't hear my video before and now you're hearing it now, go back at January 24th, you'll say, strip him, strip him. Matter of fact, I'll show you the video in here. Just in case, you have short attention span and you don't want to go back and you don't want to take my word in this video, I'll put that video in this video. So, they give it to Figueroa. Where am I? They give it to Ugas, right? So Ugas got the belt. Now, Ugas been active. He's been active. He fought Porter in 2019. He fought Porter March 9th. I think he fought Omar Figueroa 2019 also in July. And then he fought Mike Dallas Jr. in 2020. So his feet is way beyond wet. He's stomping all in the puddle. He's stomping all over the puddle, right? And as he gets along, this is his last fight. He got a 7th round decision. What is it? 7th round? Can't remember. But he abolished it. It was no decision. That's it. I'm trying to get everything out one time. So, this is the story here. Everybody should be happy. I'm happy. Why people think that I should be upset that he got stripped? Now, the World Boxing News said this. They said, oh, it's because, they shouldn't have stripped him because he's doing something to donate to his country, to the Philippines. But what does that belt have to do with that? Remember I had a video about F your belt? What has his belt got to do with that? He could do that without the belt. So what are you doing? What are we talking about, WBA, at this moment? All right? Even though people are saying you the goody two-shoe sanction body right now because is working on their behalf because everybody's happy that Manny Pacquiao got stripped, I'm happy too. Because the sanctioned body did what they had to do at this moment, but he's still corrupt. Because he was pulling that stunt with Mayweather and Canelo at that time. Right? But WBC's pulling his stunt now. With that bullshit, with the same belt, the franchise belt, and it's like a trophy and no one could win or lose and you could keep it and all this shit. And listen, they all have their agenda, which you can't see, but you follow along with just because it goes along with your agenda. Don't play with me. I understand the situation. So we're happy that Manny got stripped. I'm also happy too. You know why I'm so happy? Because since we like to talk about sanctioned bodies being on code and doing what they're supposed to do, all right, Manny Pacquiao is out the way now. Aren't you happy that Manny Pacquiao's out the way? Right? He doesn't have a belt. He could fight Ryan Garcia. He could do whatever he want, right? That's how you feel, right? Great. Now, what about Errol Spence? Is he on code? Yes, he is. He's been on code. You know why I know he's been on code? Because everything he said he wanted to do, he's been on code. He's been saying, this is what I want. I want Manny Pacquiao. I want Bud Crawford. And I want Danny Garcia. This is right. This is what after the accident. This is before the accident. This is after the accident that he proved what he said. Because after the accident, he didn't take a touch-up. He didn't take a tune-up. He went into the Danny Garcia fight. Am I right? So I'm not playing these games. He did what he's supposed to do. Now, after Danny, he said he wants Manny and Crawford. Whichever way comes first, right? Now, remember, these two had belts. Manny Pacquiao don't have a belt no more. Okay? So, should he really want Manny Pacquiao now? But he said he wanted him. But in the future now, see how shit change and get rearranged? Now in the future, well, he did say that. But do we hold him to that now, even though he said that? Because I just remember Manny Pacquiao got in the ring with a Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence fight. And just because Manny Pacquiao did not pick Spence next, and he picks Keith Thurman, well, everybody's saying he was ducking. I said, okay, you want to play this ducking game with an icon that fought everybody, and you're new to this, and you don't know that this fight is not doing that. He's not ducking, and you saying he's a ducker, like he's some brand new fighter and shit, and he got a lot to prove. Fine, he ducked him. Well, I'll give you that one. But now, is Spence gonna stay on code? He said he wanted Danny Garcia, he wanted Bud, and he said he wanted Manny Pacquiao. Now things have changed. Manny Pacquiao ain't got no belt. Is Spence gonna stay on code? And this is what I want to know from you. And if he's not gonna stay on code, is it a duck? Right. So I'm gonna put some. I'm not gonna put no bias on it. I'm gonna say this. Well, this is how I'm gonna get down. Not like how you get down about Manny's a ducker. This is how I'm gonna get down. Check it. Spence said he wanted Manny and Bud. These two boxers have belts at the time. Manny don't have a belt. So do I hold this saying that Spence said that he wants Manny, and if he doesn't take Manny, do I call it a duck? No, it's not a duck. It's not a duck. Manny don't have a belt no more. He's out of the picture. So, like I said, whose error is this? Whose error is this? Well, this is Spence. This is Bud, right? And whoever else have a belt. You and Ugas. This is their error. But are they going to stay on code now? Are they going to stay on code? Because the way I see it, the next fight, since Manny's out the way, because Errol Spence said he's going to be on this side of the street, he's going to clean it up. Well, you got Ugas on your same side of the street. Now, let's see Ugas. Would Ugas stay on code? I know he's Twittering back and Instagramming back and saying, yeah, I want this fight just as much as you want it. And Spence said, yeah, you got something that I want now, so I want you. He's staying on code. Fine. So he beats Ugas. Let's say if, because anything can happen in boxing. And Ugas is looking pretty good in his last fight, getting a stoppage in the 7th round from Dallas Jr. All right? That's where Mike Dallas Jr. He got a stoppage, right? Before Figueroa in 2019, you know, Figueroa was raw up on him, but that we know how Omar gets down. He be up in you, man, and he just uses his face as a blocking mechanism. I don't know what it is, but that boy could fight from Texas. I like him, but just like Spence from Texas, he can fight, right? And then you had Porter, but as steps went along, he got a decision. I mean, he got a stoppage the 7th round with Dallas Jr. So he's looking pretty good, you know. He's looking very good and stuff like that. So if he had to fight Spence, so be it. Now, if Spence gets the belt, if he wins and he gets the decision, he gets the belt, and everything goes along the way everybody wants things to go along, and now he got 3 belts. He's got unification. Now, boy, don't you forget this video right here, because I'm going to be on your tail. Now, he did say he wanted Manny at one time. That's because he had a belt. But he just told Ugas, yo, Ugas, you got something I want. You got something I want. So Manny ain't got it no more. So if he doesn't fight Manny, fine. I understand that. But do Errol Spence, do he understand this shit? Because if you allow Manny back into this situation, it's on your fault, boy. You bring him back in your era. You don't have to bring him back in your era. Manny's there. He's doing what he got to do, right? He don't have the belt no more, right? No more belt, right? None of that shit. Fine. But what are you going to do? Are you going to bring Manny Pacquiao back in your era? Or you're going to go for undisputed? Are you going to go undisputed? Because now you got the 3 belts. You got the leverage with Bud for the 60-40, right? Is this going to happen? And if it's going to happen, is it going to happen before Bud Crawford? Where's this thing with Bud Crawford going on? Oh, in October, is he going to re-sign with Bob Arum, or he's not going to re-sign with Bob Arum? So that's a whole picture right there. But if you fight Ugas, you still got enough time by October to figure this shit out with Bud Crawford and what Bud Crawford going to do. Is he going to be a free agent, or he's going to be with the PBC? Whichever one, he got something also that Spence got. And he's 1 belt left. That's undisputed. Unifying he did. Let's do the undisputed. Now, this is your fault, boy, if this happens. If you put Manny before you put Bud, you sold out. You worried about all these sanctioned bodies selling out and they trying to not do this and not do that. Now it's on you, boy. You're the boxer. What are you going to do? You're going to get the money? Or you're going to get the money and bring Manny Pacquiao in this situation? Or you're going to go for undisputed with Bud Crawford? And is Bud Crawford going to come to the senses and say, well, he do have 3 belts and this and that. You know, we could do this 60-40. Or you're not going to wait for Bud and you're going to bring Manny Pacquiao back in this situation. Because this ain't got nothing to do with Manny now. Right? And for Manny, this ain't nothing new to Manny. Let me not finish now. This is nothing new to Manny. Manny's like, he smiled like, okay, take it. Take it. And this is what I said in my last video. Strip him, because it doesn't matter if you strip him. Because these boys are going to sell out. And I hope they see this video and decide not to sell out. That's why I'm pulling it out there. That's why I'm putting it out there, because maybe you'd be like, yo, this boy's right. This nigga's right. Maybe we should just go undisputed. And then after that, whoever got the belt could go get Manny. But if you bring Manny back into this situation, boy, you sold out. You sold out already. You do not bring Manny Pacquiao back in this situation. This is your era and this is Bud era. If they strip Manny because he's an active, he's a senator, the time lapse, this, that, and the WBA did this, they crooked. I don't care what you say. Just because it's for your agenda, you're happy for the WBA to do what they're doing, but they was doing fuckery before, okay? And they might do fuckery in the future. So just because it is a pattern or it patterns out to what you like and you want to blast it out, fine. But just remember, he's not in this mix right now. But see, Manny Pacquiao is not playing checkers. He's playing chess. Because he know he could always pick up those 2 belts. Because he said he's going to fight Spence. right? And he said he will fight Bud. So now, guess what? Here, hold that belt for me. Take that belt for me. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Win the prize and make it. Yeah. Win the prize and make it. Take the belt. Take the belt. Fine. When I'm done with this young blood right here, Ryan Garcia, with this exhibition match, and I can see what the numbers pull in and see how this works out, and I could get this money to the Philippines to donate to my people and help them out, I'm coming back for the belt. And instead of me having the belt, you can take it off of Ugas, and then I come back and get 3 belts if I win. And like I said, I'm not going back on my word. I always say Manny Pacquiao could beat Spence. So I want that fight. Just as much as you want Spence to fight Manny Pacquiao. Wait. You don't need that fight no more. So you don't want that fight no more. You don't want that fight no more. And you should never think about that fight. Because Manny Pacquiao got nothing to offer to Spence right now. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao got nothing to offer to Spence right now. But if Spence bring Manny Pacquiao in, yo, I don't want to hear you twisting and turning talking about, oh yeah, well, you know, he did it for the money. No, I want to hear you bitching and moaning that, oh man, he's sold out. It's not about legacy, it's about the money. Because Manny Pacquiao don't got no belt. That's why I said in my other video, F your belt. Because I'm showing you the reason. Now don't get me wrong, belts are good. It's a rank and it's this and it's that. And yeah, I understand that. But I'm talking about the meaning behind having the belt. See, Manny Pacquiao, he don't need a belt to get these fighters to sell out and not fight each other. That's the meaning. So now it's up to Spence to show you that meaning. If he's on code and say, no, I'm going for undisputed. Me and Bud, we are a bigger fight than Manny Pacquiao. Regardless if Manny Pacquiao could bring the bag and give me triple money. It's all about undisputed. Bud Crawford got one more belt, and I'm going to take that belt. And then from there, whatever comes after, comes after. But if he sells out and he goes say, well, Manny, I want Manny now. I did say I wanted Manny, Danny Garcia, and Bud. But people are like, yo, boy. Yeah, but that was when Manny Pacquiao had a belt. Manny Pacquiao only got a belt right now. He stripped it. They took it. And Manny Pacquiao is totally fine with it because he knows that at the end of the day, he could get it back. He said he's going to fight Spence. So whatever Spence do in the meantime, and he fights Ugas, and if he wins and beat Ugas, fine. That's 3 belts. He's in, what's this recess or whatever they call? That means he's on the top of the list if he wants to get the belt. But who's in control of that? He ain't a mandatory. He's not a mandatory. So Spence could be like, no. Yeah, he's on top. He's on the top of the hill to get the belt. Right? And he has a lot more to offer. Manny Pacquiao got money. He got a country behind him. I know I'm going to make the numbers and pay-per-view. I know I'm going to get this. And then with Bud, since I got the 3 belts now, and if I beat Ugas, I got leverage. And then Bud have to change his mind. And if he doesn't change his mind and shit don't happen from now to all the way to October, and then after he signs, he re-sign with Bob Arum? And if he does sign with Bob Arum, you could forget it. Then I might be like, well, maybe you should take that fight with Manny Pacquiao because you're not going to get nowhere with Bob Arum and Bud Crawford. Then I could be like, okay, he re-signed. He really doesn't want to fight Spence. But if he don't re-sign with Bob Arum in Top Rank and is a free agent or he's with the PBC, that fight should be next. That's the legacy undisputed. If not, kick rocks. I don't want to hear shit. Kick rocks with slippers, sandals, whatever. If you even try to say Manny Pacquiao comes first before Bud, you on that sugar booger, man. So I don't want to hear it no more. I'm done talking. End of discussion. Yeah, take it how you want it. So please, man. Take the what and leave the money? Take the money and leave the what? Come on, man. Stop that bullshit, yo. So take your damn title. If the WBA don't want Manny Pacquiao to represent his title, and they don't want to get that big money from the Manny Pacquiao icon, they don't want to get the big money, right? Well, do what you're supposed to do. I agree. You want to strip him? Strip him. It doesn't matter. Because I have faith I have faith that Errol Spence, Bud Crawford, without Manny having a belt, Errol Spence, Bud Crawford, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Triple G, whatever, will fight Manny Pacquiao. Will fight Manny Pacquiao, yo. Because they want that money too, man. They sold out. They sold their era out, boy.